You're listening to part two rebroadcast of Dating in 2022, originally aired August the 14th, 2022. Have a wonderful day.
You more so because I feel like so many people we feed into the negative and we don't appreciate the people who really mess with us and really love us. Like I see so many celebrities and stuff like that. They're so quick to get online and rant and rave about who don't like them and try to cover up and just do all of that, explain themselves. But you got buku amount of supporters who love you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? So feed into those people. Feed into the people.
And guess what? You're absolutely right, because one of the artists that I thought was getting a raw deal when she first came out was Cardi B.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about her for a second. This is as no, I know. I mean, and I'm an old ass bro, but when she came out with what was her first song?
It was that Bodak Yellow.
Yeah, Bodak. Man, listen. Me and Jad used to play that. You gonna do what to who? Okay, no, seriously. I said, look at this little girl going, because she got balls. Okay, so we listened to her music when she had on that all red leather outfit. I can't think of the name of the song now, but this is before she blew up. So we started paying attention when she was on what is that? Real the Love and Hip Hop New York. I was New York. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when she was on there, I was like, who is she? Because she's funny as fuck. Mm-hmm. No, seriously, she was funny to me, and me and Jed used to laugh. And I'm like, okay, she cool. Now, when she got her bag, she wouldn't get her teeth fixed. Mm-hmm. They didn't have that to talk about.
Got a bag and fix my teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap.
Okay. So I'm looking at all of this, and yeah, she went through what she went through with her husband. They were both babies when they got married, and men are men, and women were coming at him. So I'm looking at it differently. I'm looking at it from a mother's standpoint. She's still trying to have a life, and y'all picking on her. What are y'all so mad about? Because she talks about things that women are really out there doing, because she was on the pole and she was able to get off of it. Are you mad about that? So I'm looking at all these things, but then it got to the point where she was arguing with people so much.
Yeah,
I had to fall back some.
Yep.
But it wasn't her fault. She just didn't know how to handle this new fame, and people just coming at her crazy. So you kind of understood. I wish I had been that person in her ear saying, "Don't say shit."
Right.
Don't say shit.
Right.
Because see, I felt like a lot of that backlash she was getting was because Nikki wasn't where she wanted to be.
Right.
Let's be real about it. Let's be honest about this shit. Nikki, you wasn't all that, my girl. I mean, being dead ass, Nikki is not all of that. She never has been. I haven't heard a line that Nikki wrote that I will remember.
Damn. That's deep.
Lil' Kim,
That's a fucking truth.
Lil' Kim has wrote some records that I'll remember what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much for Nikki. I don't care about Anaconda. The song is old. Heard the shit before. La la la. Okay. Goody goody. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, your ass is fake, first of all. You wouldn't got an ass for trying to keep up with these young girls. Mm-hmm. Stay in your fucking lane. Okay? When she got up there and was doing that thing up there and had her legs open all up on the stage, I was like, that is not for you, Nikki. Mm-hmm. That is not for you. Stop trying to do what these 22-year-old girls out there doing, back bends and flipping and all of those shit. That's not you, honey.
Right. She's just trying to keep up with the time, so she doesn't fall.
But it's late.
She doesn't have to do that.
But guess what?
But she's never had to me.
Right.
she's never had to do that. She's never had to go down that route. I mean, she chose to, you know.
Yeah, she chose to.
She didn't have to. She didn't have to do all of that. She could have just been who she was. People know that you're Nicki. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing else that you really gotta do. Once they know your name, I mean, it is what
right. Right. They can take it how they want to take it. They can take it how they want to take it.
Right. My thing about Cardi, I'm gonna be honest. I was never a big Cardi fan.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I felt like even with watching the whole, I don't know. I'm a good reader of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like when I feel like you're doing too much, that's like, it feels fake sometimes. Like, so a lot of times with her, I just felt like certain moves that she did, and just, it was just too much. You know,
she was more authentic when she was not signed to a label.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be dead as honest with you. I wouldn't mind that if Conversation with Friends blew up and I was able to get sponsorships or whatever, but then they come in and they want to tell you how you should talk.
Right.
What you should say, what you're not allowed to say. I believe that when Cardi, before she blew up, was more authentic.
Yeah.
I believe that a lot of things were put on as a stunt.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you have that. What is the name of those people? You have this. They're not promoters, not your promoters, but your not a legal team, but you have these people that are a group of people that push you through the algorithm,
like the PR.
Exactly, those people. PR. They can think of a lot of dumb shit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
They can think. Actually, they have thought of things that have really killed people's careers. You know, just to be. I don't believe in that. All. Anytime somebody's talking about you, that's good. Because I don't believe in all PR is good PR. I don't believe that. It's because if you look at I'm not saying that they are. Well, her people are crazy. Beyonce. Okay. Beyonce is good at what she does. She's a good entertainer. Actually, there's a difference between her and J-Lo. Let's put these two up. Let's put these two artists up. J-Lo does not have an authentic bone in her fucking body. Let's be dead ass. What song has she sung that you know about that she was really using her own voice? Ashanti. Can we think about Ashanti? Ashanti is the whole reason why J-Lo has a career.
Talk about it.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
What is his name? What is the good? What is Herb Gotti with his ugly self? God.
Herb is so cool.
Him and that dude from the Breakfast Club remind me of each other. The light skinned dude from the dude.
DJ Envy?
Yeah. Him and Herb Gotti remind me of each other. They both bitches.
I'm weird.
No, I speak what I speak. I watch interviews. I've been watching the interviews. And for you to have that much hate for Ashanti when you took her career from her and gave it to a Puerto Rican broad that was not even singing her songs, okay? For you to take her stuff and then for you to get mad and still talking shit, bro, that was 25 years ago. You still mad, bro?
Hurt.
You on Breakfast Champs talking shit? You mad, bro? Because she's getting ready to redo. You're mad because she's getting ready to redo her stuff. It's going to sound better than ever. Okay, I don't like how women get played in the industry and think that they're supposed to be okay with it. You know, and that's what I see. I see young women getting played. Ashanti was in her 20s, early 20s. Now you can say no, she shouldn't have been sleeping with a married man. You can say that, but you're looking at the person that owns the label. Okay, they're talking good shit in her ear. They treat their wife the way they treat her. I've seen it on a personal level, honey. Some of these men could be something else. Okay? I've seen them just doing shit. I'm like, damn, you gonna sit there and take that? Maybe woman be sitting there just taking it. I'm his backbone. Yeah, you okay? You breaking your back, but he on somebody else's bone, baby. But anyway, he backboning. He front boning somebody else, okay, honey? And I sit there and I look at these women with their arrogance, these wives with their arrogance, and honey, don't be arrogant because your husband out here slinging it low and wide. Swinging it low, and I'm watching it. Okay, this music industry is not to be played with. If you have a solid relationship, keep them away from industry people. Mm-hmm. I think that it's better to have a regular relationship than these people getting involved. Because if you look at it, the Me Too movement, you see how that's been taken over. A lot of these women are liars. Okay? Now, you got a son that's in the industry. He's really got to watch out for himself. Women in the industry. In life, period. You just have to, the way things are now, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And men lie. People lie. Just because, and the thing about it is, women get mad at other women. But you can't because you don't know what that man said to that woman. You weren't there. You know? So I look at all of that. Women need to stand. Because, okay, just say your man came and said something to me. Just say I was in my 20s and your man came and said something to me. Would you get mad at me if I said, girl, your boy is getting out of hand? Instead of you getting mad at that girl for coming to tell you, put your man together.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But we don't do that. We as women, we just don't stick together. Nope. And I figure that we got to do it sometime or another. You know, we have to do it one way or the other. Because what would I look like as when they would call me as an OG, one of the old girls? What would it look like for me to see you about to fall, and I'm standing up there watching it, know you're about to fall into a pit, and I don't say anything? Mm-hmm. That's not right. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. If there's something I see, now I know nothing about the music industry. I'm learning. I'm out here like a baby bird. But from what I see, we need to stick together. Even if it's just the music, we get our own little music circle of women that can promote women. The guys have their thing. They're doing their thing. They're okay because they're gonna rap each other. Because you see how they rap. What is that dude name running around with all the goddamn babies? Future. Mm-hmm. You see how the dudes rap. The dudes will stand up for him.
Oh my God, I love you.
The guys will stand up for him. But as sure as a woman, a female dating like a man, there's a problem with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand that part because, okay, if you can date who you want, okay, maybe okay, you said the coochie was dry. Okay, well, maybe your dick was not wet enough. So, I mean, maybe she decided that when she get up out the bed, she didn't want to see you no more, but now you mad. Mm-hmm. She just treated you like you was a hoe, just like you treated the other woman that you was sleeping with the day before. Because let's be honest about it, none of these guys are being honest about how many sexual partners they have. They're not. And they can tell you anything because right now, if I was a nigga, I'd get over in your ear about, hey, baby girl, hey, you know, I love the way you look and the way you just, your lips are just so sexy. You know, I just want to kiss you all over. You know, that dumb shit. Okay? They think that them being sexually derogative is supposed to be a turn on. When I'm looking at you, have you washed your balls today, my brother? You know, that's the first thing I'm thinking because, you know, you look like you stank from over here.
Look like
shit I be thinking.
You know, you look like you stink from over here, bro. I don't want to take them chances because They got some. You heard of monkeypox? You see the monkeypox? You see the nose? Seriously, you see the monkeypox shit? They tell us some monkeypox. Tell us if it's prolonged skin on skin. Well, I tell you what.
Oh my God.
Stand your ass over there, my brother. Okay, it ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. I'm good over here, and I don't. And I feel sorry for y'all because I don't want to be sexually active. I'm cool. I keep my shit to myself. They tell us some monkeypox. I said, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with my world. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
No, seriously, y'all dealing with some shit. Y'all dealing no. I'm sorry, but I shouldn't be laughing. But y'all dealing with some shit. Soon as they stick it in, it's a death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It's not funny anymore. You know, it's not funny anymore. You know, when I was your age, I had friends that went to what they call them parties where everybody get naked. Everybody take y'all clothes off. We about to do it. You know, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My group, girl. But guess what? They always told Charlene, you don't want to go. Because I want to know what I say, I know I don't want to do it. I just want to watch. Because I'm like, I wanted to see what the fuck was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But they would never let me go because I was not part of that world.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew it.
Yeah.
Those are what I call friends because they knew that was not what Charlene should be doing. She needs to be going on doing something else. But I want to see the freak show. I want to know what y'all was doing because it looked like, hey, y'all look like y'all having fun. Y'all want to catch some shit, but I wanted to just. Yeah, I know y'all gonna catch some.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to see. That was my nosiness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as dating is concerned, how you guys doing with dating? Because now, Bossie, I know you got a husband, a whole husband, all that kind of shit. But baby girl, how are you dealing with this dating scene in music anyway?
I don't do it. I haven't been doing it. I really haven't. I've been to myself. I've been just working on me. The men just haven't. I don't know. They just they haven't been meaning. They've been bitching. The dick ain't the same.
You know what? I thought I was the only one that thought that way because have you paid attention to the manosphere lately on Facebook and on YouTube, and have you the Kevin Samuelites? Have you seen that shit?
It's sickening. Like it really is sickening. Honestly, it's sick. I always say I wish I was born back in the day so I could have that old school love. Like how y'all like that old. I wish because I would have had a man. I would have had a man and I would have kept them because these men today, like, no, they're not meaning. And
they're not meaning because a lot nowadays what happens is the mother of these men didn't know how to show them how to be meaning, and because they didn't lay down with a man that was manning.
Right.
Okay, so how if you that's how come I'm kind of glad I didn't have any sons because the dad wouldn't have been around. And then when I think about what he could have showed them how to do, I wouldn't have wanted that. Right. You know, if you're gonna have a man in your life, he needs to show you. He needs to be a man. I mean, just because you have the body autonomy of a man does not make you a man.
That's facts.
And nowadays, men are trying to be more woman than a woman. Let's not talk about sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not go there because that's a whole another can of worms we can open up when they think that they can go buy a uterus and all of a sudden they're a woman. Okay, it doesn't work that way, my nigga. You still have the DNA of a guy. You can cut it off, tuck it to the back. You still bro. You still bro.
Facts, you still bro.
You still bro. Okay. I can understand the mental aspect of it, but when you start thinking that you can replace a woman that was born, what they call a woman when she was born with the uterus and the clitoris, and she was born with the this and the that, and then and you wasn't born with that, bro. You can buy a uterus. Yeah, you can buy a uterus because they talk about well, once they found
It's
out we can
true.
have babies, okay, I tell you what, you still ain't gonna be built for having a baby. You might have the uterus. You still ain't gonna be built for
Mm-hmm.
having a baby because you're still a man and you have to deal with that pain. All men don't want
Exactly.
to deal with pain. Okay, women were built to have humans. So what? Okay. So you get the uterus and everything. What happens when it's time for you to give birth and you had to go through them hours of giving birth? Because I'm telling you, it wasn't no joke. Okay, it wasn't a joke for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was painful because when I told the doctor, I said, if you put your hand up there going to get anything else, you better be bringing the baby out. Okay, what are you looking for? She's in there. Okay, there's nothing for you to look for. So these men that think that it's a walk in the park being a female, it's not. Because on a daily basis, a woman has to look out for just walking down the street.
Right.
Is she safe walking down the street? And that's another thing. We have to figure out how to make women safer. Because if you look, I had a young lady I talked to the other day. She did not know what was going on as far as what was going on up in Washington. Okay, with the Trump situation. It's a lot of us out here that don't know how close we came to becoming a third world when he tried to steal the election. Those are other conversations that I want to have with y'all, because there's more to us just doing the music part. And, we got a lot of mental health issues that are going on in our community that nobody's talking about, within our families that nobody's talking about. So before we can get our music and everything together, we have to get our kids' minds in order. You know what I mean? Because why is Pop Smoke gone? Why? What was in the person's mind that made you want to go up in there and do that to him?
Yeah.
Um, what is the fascination with a 6'9" type person? What will make these grown ass men want to follow this guy and end up in jail, and you want to protect him? What is that? What is the mentality of thinking that it's cool to get on a clubhouse and act a complete clown? It's like clownery pays now.
Mm-hmm.
The more of an idiot I can act, the more things they'll throw money at me for being an idiot. I don't want to be an idiot. I don't want to be the town drunk, the town whatever, the town. Well, I might be the town hoe. I might try that. I might try that one day. You never know. Might work out for me. But I just think that we need to talk. How can we, as a village, help each other? Because I'm looking at the music. I'm looking at the music end of it. I'm looking at there's a lot of money out there.
Mm-hmm.
But like Bossie, I know that you're dealing with a lot of issues, health issues, and because you talk about it in your music some.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know, how are you doing mentally, because you have kids. You know what I mean? And then you're
Yeah.
dealing with people that are not always honest with you in music.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always get that person that's going to tell you the truth about your music. So how have you been dealing with it mentally?
I came up with this. I call it the I don't give a fuck anymore program,
Okay.
where I just analyze things to what it is, and I cut people that I know that's not good for me, especially for my best interests
Mm-hmm.
in music and stuff. That's what I've been doing lately. So I've been going to people that actually will tell me the truth.
Okay.
And as you was doing before too, you know, not being so much in the lives and stuff, I stopped doing that too. Because one minute the person was, you know, fucking with my music, the next minute it was the same song and the same person was like, oh, this shit needs work. I'm like, but you didn't say that like 2 days ago. So it was like the confusion of trying to critique music. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me my shit is good and then the next thing you're like bashing my shit.
Right.
And I don't like that. So I started noticing that a lot. So I stopped going because I know myself. I'm going to end up cursing people out. And
Okay.
I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to be hood. I'm hood already. I'm just trying to be classy with certain things, humbling myself. But it's so hard.
People will bring that out in you, though. People will bring out
Yes.
the ugly side in you, especially if you're trying to be humble. Because I know there is a certain way that I need to carry myself as far as this live show is concerned. Okay, I know that I need. Now, being honest with y'all, it was a struggle tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
my mental health was not doing well. And I can be honest about it because I've learned that if I don't do a live show, I'm not going to do it. I have to actually push myself, have to actually go into the studio and force myself to write down, okay, or click and say, schedule a live. Okay, now if I've scheduled it, now I have to go through with it because you don't want to schedule something that people are expecting and you don't show up.
Right.
You know, so I feel like if I'm forcing myself, I have to do it. Okay, so tonight, when things started getting kind of backed up, I was like, okay, well, hell, go back to bed. You know what I mean? Go back to bed. Just accept it. It is what it is. But you, Bossie, being here on when I came back from going into the other room and came back and saw you sitting there was a reason. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go live. Maybe I was supposed to sit here and talk to you girls and record, and then we put it out and let people know what they missed. Okay? Because there is a conversation that needs to take place between what's going on now and our mental health. There's a lot to discuss. And I'll be honest with you. I don't have it. I don't have what you have, Bali. I don't have what you have. I don't have that see how you sitting there just being pretty for nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you have that energy about you that I like. My daughter had that energy. Me, you see how you say you was bullied when you were a kid? Well, that bullyingness affected me in a different way. Okay? My trauma made me more of a introvert.
Mhm.
Okay? I stick to myself. I do everything alone because I don't trust anybody. And when you get to that point, that's a lonely life because I made life hard for my daughter. You know, anytime you get to the point when you're looking at your kid, like, that's traumatic for your child, for you to act like you don't trust your child. You know, so I'm trying to get to the point where I got a chance to tell my daughter I was sorry that I acted, but I didn't realize my mental illness was affecting her. Okay, I'm trying to get out of it now. That's why I'm talking to you guys. Like I said, I use it as my getaway. You know, so that's what Conversation with Friends is going to be about. Getting away from that reality and trying to figure out a way of dealing with that reality. Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I said? If we can come here and hold a conversation, maybe there's something you can take away from the conversation that will help you in a lifetime situation when it comes up.
Yeah.
You never know because you're never too old to learn. And I've learned that at 60, ain't that a bitch? That there's something this 22-year-old young lady can teach me about being more aggressive about my needs.
Mhm.
And I feel like I can learn from anybody. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys because I wanted to. There are things that even at 60 that you can learn.
Mhm.
to make you a better human being. So I want to be a better human being. And in order to do that, Conversation with Friendz was made, So that's why I'm here. And I want to know what you guys have planned, like in upcoming days. I mean,
do you want to be in love with a real one? Or you just want to cut? Fuck lay in the pipe, love me for life. Keep saying you will, but I feel like you won't. Want me around and feel like you don't. It's been a while, I really do miss your smile. I really do miss that vibe.